You've been listening to us share about our experiment for a while now, how we're using creativity to find more peace, more alignment, and more joy in our lives. And now it's your turn. This October, we're inviting you into the experiment with us. We're hosting a creative challenge where you will get to explore your own blocks, try experimenting through small steps, and discover how creativity can bring you back to yourself. You don't have to do it alone. We'll be in it together. Come join us on Instagram and be part of the experiment. We'd love to have you. Welcome to the Art Piece Experiment. We're your hosts, two artists and friends. I'm Tasha.
And I'm Brianna.
At the end of 2024, we decided we wanted to cultivate more safety, peace, love, alignment, and excitement through our art and our art practices.
So here we are sharing our journey with you, and we're so excited you're here. We hope you enjoy our conversations. They're honest, raw, just two friends talking to each other about the realities of life and creativity. We're so excited for you to join us and be along with us for the journey.
When we first became friends, many, many years ago, I had just had my daughter and you were pregnant. And we'd known each other for a few years, but this is like when we first became friends.
Mm-hmm.
We started connecting over books.
Children's books.
Children's books, yes. I remember, I wanted to take my daughter to the library, and she was like 6 months old. Okay, she's quite young, but I was so excited to start sharing stories with her and books and the illustrations and all of that. And you and I started connecting over that. So I invited you to come to the library with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had a blast in the children's book section. We'd look through the pages of the books, and we checked out all of the ones with the illustrations that really just grabbed us.
Yeah, we're so fun.
Yeah, that just made us so excited. And then we would get together again outside of the library and read the children's books together, and then sit and draw.
Yeah, and then we started sketching. We were like, let's get it back into sketching. And
it was like the funnest 2-person book club ever.
Yeah, I think it was like that permission slip to delight in the things that because we picked books that would be like, I would have loved this as a kid,
Yeah.
And so it was kind of having a baby to pick them out for.
Right.
For somebody else. There was a reason.
Permission.
Yeah.
Even though it was 100% for us.
Yeah.
Yes. But I was like, I want to find all of the books that I really, really love that I can't wait to share with my daughter.
Yeah.
When she's old enough to actually appreciate them.
Right.
And so the ones that I ended up really loving, I bought and put in my library.
For the future.
Yeah, my personal library to share with her. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
It was like a slow progression of like Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Always a few children's books in there. But it was really fun because neither of us had been drawing for quite a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
Before that. And that was kind of like the first steps into getting back into being creative again and remembering why we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because we both, throughout the art piece experiment, I mean, we're on like week 20 now, and we, started out excited and scared and had all of these different feelings, but wanting to cultivate more peace and safety and to coming back into ourselves and wanting to explore that. And throughout, week to week, it was happening.
Yeah.
And it was like wonderful and exciting. And then it was like, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We kind of go into the dip, into the rut, into the creative slump. And things got a little bit messy and harder. The last few weeks have been a little bit rough.
Yeah.
But this past week, we took our kids to the library they having like craft days over the summer.
Yeah, so fun.
It's so fun. So we got to take them to the library and watch them get really creative. There was like a group project that the kids were doing together. And so it's just like this community of kids coming together and being creative together, which was so fun to watch.
It was fun learning how to share space and materials and work together on the same project.
Which I would have hated as a kid.
It would have stressed me out. But it was fun.
It was fun.
They did great.
They did great. Yeah. And, the different ages, the range of different ages were working together, in different artistic, abilities and everything. It was great. I loved seeing it from, the kids who don't even quite have the ability to hold a brush. Yes, thank you. That's the right word. The dexterity to like even hold a paintbrush. And
so little.
It was so fun. And then after that, we went into the library and we're in the kids section looking at books, and we were watching our kids, get excited and look at books, and just looked at each other and we're like, we should go look at the books. Like back to our first days of our friendship.
Yeah.
And actually enjoy that together again.
Yeah, not just sit there waiting for them to pick out a book, but like go enjoy it together as well.
Just like lean into that delight like we've been talking about the last 20 weeks.
Yeah.
And really lean into that again and remember why we're doing this.
Right.
Why we started this, why we were excited about it, why it was helping us, just get back to the why.
Yeah. I feel like this is such a normal like flow of any kind of long-term, especially thing that you're doing a project.
Yeah.
Is you start out really excited and then you kind of get into the middle of it and it's like, you kind of fall off a little bit or feel discouraged or there's ups and downs throughout any kind of thing. And so it makes sense that it's been like that. But yeah, the coming back, I'm so glad that you brought this up because this is what I wanted to talk about today too, because it's been really hard to feel that creative inspiration and feel excited and like keep going. Right. And so coming back to that first initial why and leaning into just that, I don't know, childlike whimsy and fun, it really helped. I think both of us. It really helped both of us kind of lighten up again and feel like, it was just a breath of fresh air. And it was so good to come back to, it was like such a full circle moment, come back to our beginnings and come back to what really lights us up and just really embrace that. Because I feel like for me, I have been kind of going into wanting to focus solely on one thing. And then, I don't know, it's just been kind of a journey coming back to like embracing all of what I delight in.
Yeah.
And not just focusing on landscapes or, focusing on one art medium even.
Right.
But remembering like all of me.
Yeah. You as a whole being and your
exactly.
creativity influences so much of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So looking at those children's books, it was so fun.
It was.
It was so fun because the stories were fun, and then it reminded me of like childhood and like what I would have loved to read as a kid and what I was have always gravitated to.
Yeah.
And then looking at the artwork and being able to appreciate it and be like, ooh, this is so fun. This is inspiring. I want to do something like that, just like all of the inspiring things. And so I think it was a really good practice to come back to delight and come back to the why.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it all comes down to the feelings that we want to cultivate in our lives. Every experience that we have, every goal that we set we're chasing after a feeling.
We're chasing after something. Right. And so often we think that we're chasing after the thing, but it's actually we're chasing after
how it makes us
feel, the feeling that we want to feel when that thing happens. Like, I love traveling. I love traveling and I love vacations and I like always want that. Right. But I want to see the things and that's really interesting to me, but it's like that freedom and it's that like joy and it's about connection. And I don't know, it's about a lot of feelings, right?
Right.
And if I were to go on a vacation and be super stressed out, even though I was in that beautiful place or wherever I wanted to go, it wouldn't feel fulfilling if I was stressed out, or if I was sick, or if I was, like looking at all the negative things and focusing on negativity. And so it's really not about the thing. It's about the feeling that we want to experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's part of why we called this the art piece experiment. Part of it is because the play on words was fun.
Yeah.
But the other part is because it is coming back to the emotions.
Peace. Yeah. Seeking peace.
Seeking peace. We wanted more of that feeling in our lives. And so this week was coming back to, what do I want to feel? And is creating helping me? Like, is my art practice, my creativity, is it helping me achieve that?
Yeah. Am I using my creativity and my art practice to help me achieve that? Or am I using my creativity and art practice, to do something else? How am I focusing my mind, my efforts, what is my focus on?
Yeah.
Is it on the thing or is it on the feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think having that mental shift is going to be so helpful in the coming weeks too. I mean, we got to be gentle with ourselves too. Whenever we go into a backslide or a dip or, a rut, gentleness, I feel like, is so essential.
Yeah.
It's essential because we all do it. It happens regardless whether you intend it to or not.
Right. It's not a failure. Like, it's just a natural rhythm.
A natural rhythm. Exactly. I love that. Yeah. And so just being gentle and realizing, oh, this is what's happening. It's the natural rhythm. I'm in this part now. And so what's going to help me get out? And yeah, I think focusing on the feelings that we want to feel and having that as like the guidepost,
right.
That's going to help us make decisions based on those things.
Yeah. That we value. So this week I didn't end up painting.
I didn't either.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. For me, it was more about the other two pillars of the experiment.
Yeah.
About aligning and connecting. And more leaning on those. And I'm starting to get the feeling of, oh, I want to sit down and paint.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and paint again, but I really needed to just nurture myself, my soul, my whole being with, okay, I need to like come back to myself, figure out what I need, what I'm missing, like come back to that gentleness and breathing and just, slowing down a little bit. I've been so in my head and just like hustle, trying to get so much stuff done in the chaos of, summer and launching a podcast and all of this.
Yeah.
Right. And all the life stuff going on in the background, and realizing like, okay, what do I actually need? And who do I need to be like connecting with and reaching out to and nourishing and nurturing myself that way? And sometimes I feel like our creative practice helps us align and come back to ourselves. And sometimes we need to align and connect to come back to our creative practice. It all works together.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to be really honest with yourself about what you need. And it's all okay.
I feel like, I don't know, I just have this image in my head of like a circle and the creative practice and the nurturing and the connection, like the alignment. So like with the three pillars, if it's all within the circle, right? And it's kind of, you go around the circle, and sometimes you need the creativity, like the art practice first, and then you go to the align, and then you go to the connect. But then sometimes you're at the connect part, and then you need to go to the align, and so sometimes you're at align, and then you go to connect, and then it all works together. And so it all works together, and it's fluid, right?
Yeah.
It's not always this set, like this first, then this, then this. it's what you need in the moment, and it changes because our lives are fluid, right? They don't just stay the same. They're not just on a schedule that works out perfectly all the time.
Right. We don't operate that way.
We're not robots, right?
Right.
And so it's not just some programming that we put into a computer and this is how it works every single time. It's we got to embrace our natural rhythms. We have to embrace where we are, where we're at now.
Yeah.
And then ask ourselves, what do I need right now?
Right.
What do I need right now? I was listening to a previous episode that we had recorded, and I had been asking myself that like pretty regularly, almost daily, I think, for a while, and it was so helpful. And I heard myself say that and I was like, oh yeah.
I haven't been doing that the last little bit.
Asking myself that question.
Yeah.
I've just been going through, just go and in survival mode a lot of the time too. It's just kind of, which sometimes you got to be in that, but coming back to that question, what do I need right now? Like in this moment, what do I need? Or what do I need today? What's going to help me most today? And what is my intention for the day? I think that's a really helpful question too.
Yeah.
And that can come back to the feelings like, how do I want to feel today?
Mm-hmm. I actually saw this morning on Instagram from a neuroscientist that you can't heal if you're in like survival stressed out mode.
Yeah. 100%. I feel that.
So it's like, what like 60-second thing can you do for yourself that helps get you out of that? And sometimes it's breathing or stretching or I don't know.
Yeah.
Something else. But, and the post was about like, even in just 60 seconds, you can help your brain and your body reset.
I love that. I heard once that something that helps, I feel like I may have talked about this before, but something that helps reset your like body and your nervous system is to breathe in as far as you can and then breathe in a little bit more and then hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out long.
Yeah.
And then doing that like is a switch in your body and your brain and it signals, breathing out slower signals to your body that you're safe.
Yeah.
Too, because when you're breathing out quickly, that's like, oh, we're in panic mode. We got to run. We're running, something's not safe. But if you're slow breathing, that means that, oh, we're relaxed. We're in a safe place.
Yeah.
And so anyways, that can actually like do a physical change, a neurological change.
Yeah.
And it can help calm your cortisol levels, and all of that. Yeah. And so there's truth to these things. And I think it's become a little taboo or just like everybody does it, whatever, but there is actual science behind it and it actually can help. And so doing things like that and learning about different techniques that can help you calm yourself, calm your nervous system, calm your body down can help. Yeah, can just help. And then trying out what feels right for you, what feels good, because I've had recommendations of things that it's like, I don't like that, that doesn't feel good. So,
and I've had ones like that in the moment was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't feel this is good or helping. Yeah. But then like a year later or a few years later, I come back to it and hear it again and go, oh, I'm ready for this now.
Yeah.
This is actually helpful to me now because I've done the other groundwork of healing and working through things that I, it's all a process.
Right. It's fluid, right?
It's fluid. Yeah. Moving forward with intention and coming back to the why is sometimes necessary.
The why. Yeah. Because that's going to guide you. If you have that in your sights, then you're going to walk towards it however you need to. Right. And you'll find the things that help you get there. That's it for today, friend. Thanks for spending this time with us. We hope you're leaving with a little more light, a little more peace, and maybe even a nudge to go be creative, just because it brings a little more joy to your life. If anything in this episode spoke to your heart, sparked a thought, or made you smile, we'd love it if you'd follow the show, leave a quick 5-star review, or share it with someone who might need a little creative encouragement too. And remember, your creativity matters. Your voice matters. You matter. We're cheering you on always. Until next time, keep making, keep softening, and keep showing up as your whole beautiful self.